Namah Shivaya.
What am I trying to do?
Namah Shivaya.
I lost it on a Friday evening.
Om Namah Shivaya.
That's what I was doing.
Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Someshwaray Shiv Someshwaray. 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 Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Vishveshwaray Shiva Vishveshwaray. 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 Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Koteshwaray Shiv Koteshwaray. 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 Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1.
Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Hare Hare Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Rameshwara Shiv Rameshwara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Gangadhara Shiv Gangadhara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Gangadhara Shiv Gangadhara. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya.
Hello, good evening. Hi. Hey. Hello. It is hi, Priestess Jamila. Hello, good evening. Good evening, good evening. All right, hold on, y'all. I don't know about y'all. I was sitting over here meditating, for real. All right, so good evening. Happy Friday. So I wanted to come and speak to you guys on behalf of Archangel Raphael and Shiva, and also Divine Services. So healing is not always easy to do, is it? A lot of people think healing is very easy, and it's not. It's very, very hard. The one thing that I learned about healing is that it has to hurt before it feels better. Whenever you're healing from any kind of trauma, any kind of situation, and healing can be different for different people. For example, if you are a person that, has been wounded, and you just consistently end up with these wounds that just continue to just re-manifest themselves. And I know how it feels to be caught up in that. Oh, let me make sure this thing ain't tripping down on nothing. I know how it feels to be caught up I know how that feels. Oops, let me put that over here. I know how it feels to be caught up, you know, and, you know, trying to heal, trying to move on from a stressful situation. So the one thing that I'm noticing is that a lot of healers are in need of healing. And then everybody is not a healer. Everybody isn't. There are certain things that can happen to you in your life. And once those things enter into your body energetically, then it leaves something behind. And so what I use for my healings is energy and fire. So the one thing that we can do with candles, I do a lot of candle. Every working that I do is done with a candle or either a bonfire or some kind of fire. Okay, fire, fire, fire. Fire represents transformation. Fire kills stuff. Just like antibiotics can kill stuff in your body, it can sometimes even kill you slowly if you are like codependent on antibiotics too much, you know. But you know, so yeah, when it comes to healing your body, your mind, and your spirit, there are so many different ways that I instruct you to do. So whenever I take you on as a healing client, there are specific instructions that I will tell you to do. Now, there are like a few, people, like this is what I want to tell you. Rarely do I get the same prognosis for everybody. So if you are in need of healing, the spirits are going to have specific things for you that you need. For example, if you're somebody that has dealt with extreme narcissistic abuse, then you're going to need to do a lot of head work on yourself. And what I do as a healer is I do the work for you. I send the energy to your body so that your body can go, okay, I can heal. That's what I do with my healings. And so when it comes to candle magic, candles can do many different things. They can direct energy. They can bring things towards you, and they can also banish, okay, and destroy. And so for me, the way that I do it is that because these things are demons, they're personal demons. Yes, they are. They become very personal, just like your relationship with God is very personal. Okay. So what I do is I convey that energy to you, because everybody says, oh, I'm a healer and I'm an empath. Everybody is not an empath and everybody is not a healer. Not when it comes to a spiritual stance. And you know what? Your body will even start to display symptoms of being a non-healer through things like diabetes. You know, diabetes causes your body to not heal. It causes wounds to not to be able to heal and stuff. So and you know, it's all coming from your immune system, right? So, you know, and once those things develop in your body, it just depends on how far gone the situation was or is, okay? But you know, that's like this, that's a physical symptom that's going to manifest in either your 20s, 30s, 40s, and 50s. So diabetes and illnesses and things like that, you know, those things are usually things that manifest later in life. And a lot of times for years and years and years prior to that, there will be a spiritual problem that is happening. And so if you're somebody that like is just, you just hold on and you have a hard time healing yourself, and you have and you just can't let go of things, and you're just still so messed up and torn up about things that were eons ago. Okay, that's a problem. So that means that your spirit doesn't know how to heal. So when I do a healing for you, it is going to heal your body. You'll notice certain things will heal. You'll notice the difference. Okay. And so you're going to feel an internal healing. Okay. You're going to feel an internal healing. I'm sorry, my allergies are really, really messing with me. And my medicine kind of makes me drowsy sometimes. So I avoid taking it. Okay. Got my allergy meds right here. I need to take them. I take a Benadryl. Okay. So, you know, I would like to do more healings. And so I would like for it, because what I'm doing a lot right now, whenever you guys see me on here doing readings, even, well, you know, even when I upload videos, that is considered to be like volunteer work, because those are free. So you guys are able to call in. Let me see if we got any callers this evening. If you guys want to speak with me about any traumas, this is what we're going to be discussing tonight via Archangel Raphael. Yemi Ya is a healer as well, but see, Yemi Ya is a deity that is made up of water. So Yemi Ya is like AKA water. So water is very healing. We're in water 9 months when your mother is pregnant with you. And so this is why I have consistently preached within everybody. It doesn't matter what you do for a living, but especially if you are a spiritual practitioner, if you're doing any kind of spiritual work, you need to be able to get in the bathtub. Okay, we're not even playing about this. When I open up my metaphysical spa, we're going to have bathtubs. You know how like when you go into the and you get your nails done and they have, you know, but we'll have, it'll be all safe and everything. It'll be safe. You know, we're not going to have like any water jets or anything. It'll be traditional baths. I thought about doing the jacuzzi thing, but you know, you have to use those water jets, and I want everything to be very sterile. So I am going to start to more so, I'm going to create my own healing spa. There will be massage therapists there. There will be a person that knows acupuncture. There will be a Reiki healer. There will be several tarot card readers that work there. And then there's also going to be witches that are running the place. Witches running the place. And Donna might be one of them. We might hire Donna. Donna gonna find her niche. So, you know, this is what this is what my spirits are working on. And you know, and I'm digging it. I'm looking forward to it. So what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to come and relax. You'll be able to get a reading. You'll be able to get a massage, a full body massage. I don't do stuff halfway. You can get like a mud bath. You can get a hot stone massage. You can have a herbal bath. So this is what I'm going to be known for, is the herbal baths. I already sell them on my website. I use 3 or 4 different salts, but the main one is Epsom. My, herbal bath treatments, they are infused with essential oils and herbs, and everything is specified to a recipe. So right now on the website, if you go to Divine Mommy Handmade, I've got the money herbs, I've got the healing herbs, I've got Well, it's a salt bath because this is very, very serious. I couldn't imagine surviving a spiritual war without being able to take a bath, because what happens is that your body is regenerating itself. Okay, so your body is regenerating itself, and you're also pulling out toxins out of your body. So, this is something that, I want to take healing to the next level. And, I realize that it does fall under the category as natural path, natural doctor. It does, but we're spiritually protected. So I don't have anything to be afraid of. Everybody's going to love it. Everybody is going to love it. You'll be able to come there and shop, and it'll be like my own hospital, and to be able to recreate my own hospital. And then you know what we'll do? We'll connect a birthing center to it. All right. So you never know what we can do, because I've always wanted to get into midwifery, which is almost the same thing as witchery. Okay. So I the one thing about me is that I love women. I love women. I love children. I love to help the women give birth to the babies. And, even though I haven't given birth in 5 years, I've been giving birth every year for like the past, I'm telling you. So you guys can call in if you guys have any kind of trauma, any kind of near-death experiences, anything that you want to talk about. You can call in and you can speak to me, and we can throw the cards. I'm thinking about just kind of using my oracle cards for tonight, but maybe I'll go ahead and use maybe I'll just go ahead and use this deck. I'm not sure, because I don't know where my oracle cards went. Let me see. So the goal this year candles are falling. So the goal this year is to do as many healings as possible. Okay. Guys, I do rituals with this thing. Don't be sleep on it, okay? If I just want to put something on something real quick, at the power of 3, this represents the power of 3, okay? So I love that. I love that. Very, very powerful. The power of 3 times 3 times 3. Okay. So you guys can call into 516-590-0362 if you want readings. Okay. Or if you want to speak to me. So going into healing with me. So I am a natural healer. Okay. My energy just somehow heals people. I don't know what it is. I've always had that ability. I am a natural born empath. Listen. This is what I want to tell you. I was meant to be born, and I know that sounds narcissistic, but it was meant for me to teach magic and inspire, and to take us into the age of Aquarius, right? So that's why my grandmother taught me the lessons that she taught me. She was an Aquarius too, and she studied astrology, and so she taught me a lot. My grandmother taught me a lot, and she didn't even have to say anything. She didn't even have to say nothing. She didn't even have to waste her voice. She just tell you something within a look. Or sometimes my grandmother would come to me in dreams and, teach me certain stuff. She's been doing that since she passed on. So, and coincidentally, my grandmother passed on at the age of 69, which is really weird. So what we got to do is we got to make them all believe in spirit. That's really what they ultimately want. But that's what the universe wants. That's what we all need. We need to believe in these things. Okay? So this is why all this is happening. So this is why instead of seeing a liquor store on every corner, you're going to see a crystal shop. Or instead of seeing a liquor store on every corner, you're going to see a CBD cannabis shop on every corner. So that's what they're doing right now. Okay? So by the time I'm 60, oh Lord, when I'm 60 and I'm going to still be kicking too. It's going to be lovely. We're going to bring in utopia a little at a time. Okay. So they want you to learn spirit, because when we're all vibrating and when we're all at a certain level, then there won't ever be any need, will it? As long as there are starving people on this planet, there will always be a need. And I'm going to need, and you going to need, and everybody else is going to need. It just depends on who you are. If you decide, oh, I just want to close my mind off to people that are in need of something, well, then that's when people like me are going to take over and say, you know what? I know that the world is filled with narcissists, okay? And they just don't believe, narcissistic people have a really hard time believing in the fairy realm. They just don't understand. But you know what? The fairy realm is how I keep my youthful look, okay? For reals. And, I'm doing a ritual on February the 4th. This one is very, very secretive. And you got to pay $56 to get in on it. Okay? So you can go to the website and, y'all can take a look at that. And so let me know. Like, I do need to update it to where you can put in your intent for whatever it is, or, But spirits are going to know your intent. They know what you want. So just do it and you're included. Your name will be included. And then you can just email me or whatever and say, hey, I want to strengthen this. And, So, yeah, go to the website. And the new moon in Aquarius is coming up. So all of you that want to integrate, all of you that want to bring spirit, not religion. We want to bring spirit into the classrooms. Okay? And I'm going to tell you something. They working really, really hard. You can tell they taking over. You got folks slowly but surely, talking about government schools and stuff like that. And the same thing that I've been preaching and saying and talking about. The fact that I want my children to not be constrained. I'm an indigo child. I was born in 1977. And I was also born under a bright morning star at 10 o'clock in the morning. So I'm an indigo child, and indigo people, they believe that they can change the world. They have a lot of different traits. They don't understand selfishness. They don't understand why suffering exists. So indigo people do exist, and so do crystal children. It's a difference between an ordinary psychic person, because everybody is born with a third eye. You can see mine is protruding. Mine protrudes. I don't know about y'all. Sometimes when I'm doing rituals, that's why my forehead is very pronounced. It's been everything that they hated you for, you need to love yourself for double time. So for me, what makes me, me being a very empathetic person, and I'm an empath, but that doesn't mean that I don't have basic survival skills. So empaths are just not like, oh, just kill me, I'm a victim, and oh, Mr. Narcissist, come and kill me. Nobody's doing that. Nobody's doing that. Okay. It's called the law of nature. There's so many different things that we are dealing with on this planet, and it's not just spirituality, it's not just science, but it is also nature. So nature does not have anything to do with perversion. Okay, so a lot of people thought, oh, well, if we're going to say that everything that they do in nature is good, then we see people doing this, and does that make it good? So then that's when they try to tell you that nature doesn't know what it's talking about. But we've already mastered nature. So we did that. So right now, the only thing that we need to do is wait for the next challenge and then go in accordance to that. But there's still so many of you that see the thing of what I do to people is I awaken something in you when I do my work. I awaken something in you. Okay. And so that's how the healing process starts. And so Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is almost like my spiritual brother. Okay. You know, eventually at some point I may ascend to be at Raphael's level, even though I am, but I have to exist in the physical. So those abilities are going to be a little bit weaker than Archangel Raphael. Archangel Raphael is energy. Okay, and this energy is going to be harnessed through a lot of different sources. The sun, the moon, the wind, the water, the herbs that bring certain energies, and then what you allow in your vortex. Everybody has a vortex. So as long as you're protecting yourself within that vortex. So, but a lot of people haven't been taught that. You've just been taught there's nothing wrong with Jesus. Jesus is a manifestation of Archangel Raphael, in my opinion. So I know a lot of Christians are going to say, I don't like it when you say that. You suck. Jesus is the Messiah. And well, hell, I say if you're a healer, so are you. You're going to be a Messiah if you can heal people. If you can actually, you know, lay your hands on somebody and heal them of their afflictions. Is that not like, and then they'll say, oh, it's a trick because people are so, you know, used to, but I've never had a client that was fearful of me. And I noticed that I get so many people in the Georgia area that be reaching out to me. Okay, I got callers, guys, and I'm going to take you. I'm sorry. Okay, I got somebody that's been waiting almost 10 minutes. Guys, I got to go to the ladies' room, okay? So give me a second. I will be right back. I promise. I'm going to go to a music break. Okay, we're going to listen to some more Shiva, and I'll be right back. Rameshwara Shiva Rameshwara Hara Hara Bole Namah Shiva 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 Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Hara Hara Bole Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya Om Namah Shivaya
Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Gangadhara Shiva Gangadhara 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 Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay, guys, I'm back. Thank you so much for your patience. Okay, let's go ahead and take a caller. Caller, you're live.
Hello.
Hi, this is Queen Jamila. How can I help you? Hi.
Yeah, we spoke the other day. This is Alexander from Chicago.
Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad to be hearing from you again. I kind of vaguely remember you because I talk to so many freaking people. So I'll probably, remind myself as we.
Girl. I know you do. I know you.
Okay, yeah, I do now. I'm starting to get your voice back. Okay, how are you doing this evening?
Oh, I'm doing okay. A little stressed out. I was listening to you were talking about having, like healers and stuff like that. I noticed that I'm kind of the same way.
Yeah.
And I started to feel that, and I started to know, and I'm able to pray for people in tongues. I'm Christian.
Nice. Well, let's see what's going on.
And I'm trying to build I'm trying to strengthen my blessing that they gave me so I can bless others.
Yeah, absolutely. What I was going to ask you, have you ever done any kind of work with Shiva?
No, but I'm
my goodness.
Interested in
phenomenal. Yeah. Shiva.
Yeah, I've been listening to meditation music, things like that, and I just started getting into it now. Maybe like about 2-3 months already.
That is so good. And what have you seen the difference in your life? Have you noticed the difference? What changes?
I noticed a lot of different negative things that is not, that is trying to, like you said, you're an empath.
Yeah. And so you can feel certain things now.
Somewhat the same way. Yeah. No, I felt that since I was little. My mom used to just say that I was very sensitive. I was crybaby.
Yeah. What year were you born?
79.
Okay. See, I was born in 77. So I think that the era of that time, if you're a 70s baby, more than likely, especially if you're meeting up with me, anybody that contacts me, they are all special. All of you guys are more than likely indigo children. You're more than likely healers, magicians, mediums, psychics. And it's a beautiful thing that the internet was able to bring everybody else back together. It was able to bring everybody together, because there was this, division, and it's still there. And it's so many people that are trying to cause division,
Yeah, something happened where I noticed that I'm able to pray. I'm able to see certain things, especially negative things, and I can feel it. And when I'm around the person, I can I can, they're around a person that they're talking about a certain, like, the problem a little bit.
Yeah.
Story that starts popping into my head about what happened, where did it start, and things like that. And then I would tell them what I'm hearing and what they said, and then they would look at me like, I'm like, well, how did you know that? I don't even know you.
Yeah.
It's weird. And
have you,
and like, I noticed a lot of stuff that,
have you felt,
like, I would pray for my sisters and stuff.
Yeah. Have you felt spirits? Have you felt certain spirits? Like, are you a medium? Because I feel like a lot of people, I am starting to believe that a lot of us are able to pick up on other stuff, but there's a lot of us that are really, really, really in tune with it. Like, I think anybody could. Yeah. Go ahead.
What happened was, the day that the movie The Passion of Christ came out, and I went to go and see it. Mm-hmm. When I went home that night, I felt something trying to jump into my stomach. I was half asleep, half awake. My husband was laying next to me, and I saw this. It looked like a dog, but it was like a gargoyle. But it was trying to get back into my stomach, and I was fighting around, praying and praying, singing a Christian song, and I felt something, and I rolled over on the bed, and I could not get up. I felt like I was paralyzed. Yeah. And then when I saw a dark spirit in my doorway, I was crawling towards it, and I'm like, "Show me your face. I want to see your face." And he just started, like, the spirit started walking backwards at the door, and I knew who it was. Yeah. I knew who it was. Yeah. But see, what happened that day, I gave the Lord, and ever since then, something different happened, and whatever came out, tried to go back into me, and I didn't let it. I couldn't. My spirit was too strong for it to let it come in. Well, that's good. And ever since then, every now and then, I am sleeping. Mm-hmm. I would feel like something is holding me down. And I can't get up off my bed, like, if I'm sleeping. I feel like something heavy holding me down. And I would start saying there's no power, but, and then I would start my prayer, our Father prayer, and then saying it over and over and over and over. I start praying in tongues, and then next thing you know it, I'm talking in tongues, and next thing you know it, it's just like it's gone. Yeah. And then I get up, and then I would walk into my house, and I would say, "I'm not afraid of you. You're not welcome in my house. You need to leave." That's good. And it's just like ever since then, I started to feel a lot more different things. I know the Lord blessed me with something. I just don't know how to tap into it too well. And I had talked to you about my boyfriend Carlos the other night. Yeah, I remember. And I have this, I know this feeling that has him bound with something negative. I know this because I can feel it. Because he tells me sometimes, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm confused. Sometimes I don't know what I'm doing. And I know for a fact that I know she does. I feel it. And I pray for him, but you've definitely, or cleanse my house or cleanse myself, because sometimes I feel that negative trying to attack me, and she don't want us together. It's because you're making contact. You're making contact with other dimensions is what's happening. I just threw the cards for you. The Justice card comes up, which tells me that some of your spiritual gifts, you do have a connection to this whole shift that we're having, to where we're moving into, we're moving out of the age of Pisces, which Pisces was a complete freaking what do you call it? The age of Pisces was like a what do you call it? A delusion.
It wasn't real. It was, you know, the wool. So now that we're going into the age of Aquarius, but then again, I also can see that usually with the Justice card coming up, it does represent some kind of connection with, like it represents a deeper connection with the universe, and however you take it. Like some people would take it as like if you look at the I'm sorry, go ahead.
I didn't hear. I didn't. Breaking up. I didn't hear you.
I'm sorry. It depends on how you take it. A lot of people will take it as something different. But there is some sort of the only person that I know that I can associate it back to is Ma'at. Okay, which is the goddess who regulated the stars, seasons, and the actions of the mortals and the deities. Okay, who had brought order from chaos. So something to do with injustice, chaos, violence, or to do evil. So Ma'at is associated with that. So I feel like what I can sense is that it's got something to do with the natural order or something. And so I feel like then you also did get the High Priestess, but it's in the reverse position. So this is all about knowledge of self. And then as far as like, have you really tapped into that higher aspect of yourself? Have you really done it? And so the High Priestess is in the reverse position because it's almost like you still have a fear of it. There's a fear of it. There's something in you that tells you not to trust, because you did get the Seven of Swords.
That's coming from a childhood, a very, very, very bad childhood. Sorry,
yeah, I know.
2 years old.
Yeah.
So obviously, you feel.
Well,
I'm literally projecting it onto you so you can know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But yeah, that came. I think it came from that. But I have a huge heart. I'm a nurse. I'm there for the elderly. I have so much compassion. And there's people around me that I don't even know, and they'll be my friends. Like at the end of the day, and family members or people that I don't know, they'll tell me that they feel that I'm a good person because I have that side of me too. Where I don't know
from what. No, listen, what's happening
about all of this.
Right, what's happening is that you are having a past life type of thing going on right now. It's like past life transgression is what you're having, or you're having, yeah. And so that is what, and then also
I know what that.
See, when you have,
I know that I had a past life. I dreamt of
it. Yeah. When you have spiritual gifts, you're more aware of everything. So you do have that memory. You can think, you can see back in your past life. So you're bringing that in. But I think that Shiva is going to be really, really good for you, because it's going to bring you that inner peace, because you got to have that head calm, because if your head is calm, then everything else is going to be calm. Right. What's your zodiac sign again?
I'm an Aries.
So you guys can be very, very sensitive.
Yeah, I had a dream of Yeah, I am. I'm sorry to interrupt you. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead and tell me what, because I'm just still looking at your cards. I laid out the cards and I didn't.
I had
Go ahead.
I had a dream of myself back in the day when they priced all the firstborn. When they were trying to stop Moses from being born. I, one of the mothers, that was my child was killed, and it showed me a hill
Yeah.
with stakes, and all of the the kids were there, and I was crying, and it was so gloomy and gray everywhere, and
Yeah.
it's like there was no sun. And
Wow.
I had that dream. I had a miscarriage, and when I had that miscarriage, I had that dream the following week.
You know what? A lot of times dreams, you know, we get visions through our dreams. Do you feel as though that was you in your past life? Because I can tell you got something going on.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, that was me, because I looked down, and I can see. I looked down and I saw my feet. I saw my
Wow.
feet. My feet were sandals. They were in like some weird sandals.
Yeah.
And I saw the cobblestones on the like rocks and stuff, big stones that we would have to step onto just to get to the hill.
Yeah. Wow. So right now you work as a nurse, and
Mm-hmm.
there's so much negative energy tied up around the medical industry because of
Mm-hmm.
pharmaceuticals, I think.
Yeah.
And so I mean, are you it seems like to me that you've definitely made the connection with your higher self, but do you think that, because I'm trying to figure out why the high priestess is in the reverse position, but I can see that you're definitely going to have some spiritual growth.
Mm-hmm.
Because I feel like there's
I don't
something.
know.
Mhm.
I don't know, because this is all new to me. My grandmother and my mom were spiritual healers. They would pray and they would rid off certain, the evil eye, things like that. I mean, I can do that myself too.
So you've got natural abilities then.
Even,
you've got natural abilities, but you just haven't tapped into them, and I feel like it's time for you to really
exactly
start. Yeah, I feel like it's time for you to tap into those, because I know that for me, like when I first started in witchcraft, I started in it because I knew instinctively that I needed to do it to survive. And that's when I started in witchcraft. And so high priestess is the same thing. It's the same thing as the magician, in my opinion. Okay, in my humble opinion. So yeah. Clarify the high priestess. Why is it reversed? Okay, yeah, because you've had that issue within your family. And see, this issue started prior to you coming into this, prior to you incarnating. This is stuff that is connected to you. And then also this one of the reasons why. So I feel like if you did some root chakra healing, then I feel like root chakra work helps with the past life stuff. Okay, it helps.
I've been trying to do. I've been trying to. I just don't know how to go about doing any of that. I mean, I watch videos on YouTube like now, but I've been trying to do that because I do know about my. I've been reading about it.
You know what? You probably need to have like an individualized type of plan coming from somebody that can tap into it, can tap into what your spirit guides want for you. Let me just ask real quick, because I know that I was shuffling while you were talking, and I did get a lot of information about that, but I want to ask directly to your ancestors. Spirit guides. a card flipped out. Oh, that damn Ten of Swords flipped out. Spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels for what's your zodiac sign again? You said I keep forgetting.
My zodiac sign is Aries.
Okay, Aries. I keep forgetting. I'm sorry. Sometimes I do that sometimes. Okay, Aries caller.
Okay.
What messages do you have for her today? I already know that the Ten of Swords, because they flipped that out of the deck while I was shuffling. Ten of Swords.
Can I say something?
Yeah, you can.
My last name is San Miguel, which is Saint Michael. And
bless me, yeah.
Saint Michael, Saint Michael presented himself one day, which was like about a month ago.
You gotta, what I can sense so tell me what's going on with like your father.
I don't really per se have a relationship with him. He's never been around, so I really don't know him that well.
Clarify the Ten of Swords.
He would come in and out of my life, but other than that, I don't really know.
Clarify Ten of Swords.
We have a relationship. But when he's around, but not when he's here. I mean, when he's not here, it's like out of my.
Yeah, there seems to be some things that are manifesting through your father. He must be having, I feel like he has some insecurity issues, and that's one of the reasons why he hasn't been there. I can definitely see some trauma. I can see trauma, definitely, with the Three of Swords. That represents trauma, and that trauma has led to insecurity, because I laid out 10 cards. The first card was the Ten of Swords, and then you got the Four of Wands, the Ace of Cups. So this has got to be your children. You said you had children. You got children. I can see that.
No, I only have a daughter.
I can see your daughter. Yeah, well, your daughter. I can see her, the Ace of Cups. Where's are you married? Or there's
I'm separated.
Go ahead, clarify for me.
I'm separated. I've been separated for 14 years already.
Oh wow, that's a long time. So I can see.
Married at a young age.
Yeah, so you're married.
I got married at a young age, and then I got married at a young age, and then we ended up separating them.
And
years later.
I'm pretty sure
we're still legally married.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure that has that affected you negatively in some kind of way, still being married to him.
Yeah, I've been trying to get it to
clarify Four of Wands,
because
spirits.
my daughter is not his. My daughter's not his.
Yeah, the Judgment is in the reverse position, and then the Six of Cups. So are you guys thinking about getting back together? Is that why the divorce is not happening?
No.
Okay.
No, I can't. No, I cannot. He's very abusive, and I can't have him around my daughter. That's just my need to see that kind of lifestyle. And he's not her father, so I'm not gonna bring him into her life if he's not her father.
Well, that's because the Six of Cups comes up. So you then knowing that, because I could definitely see that something was going on with the Judgment in the reverse position, meaning that he doesn't use good judgment. So you got to get yourself separated from him. You got to get yourself divorced, cut. You got to cut the cord from him. You need to do it spiritually first, because you're bound. You've got some kind of binding contract with him. It doesn't make any sense for you to be separated for 14 or 15 years. That makes absolutely no sense. You need to free yourself of that.
Yeah, well, it's like I'm currently so kind of hard. I'm a single mom now, so kind of hard.
Yeah.
So I tried to get a divorce in the past, and he used it. So, and like I've gone through a lot of problems throughout my life. So,
I know, and so it makes things, and so I know it because this 10 of Swords right here makes it very difficult. But you haven't had a decent relationship since then either.
I don't think I've ever had one.
Well, you've got a decent relationship with yourself.
I did with him.
Well, yeah.
With myself, and
well, that's the start.
Oh my God, yeah.
Here's what I want to tell you. There's definitely a generational hex on you.
I know that one already.
Well, you know that I have a generational hex remover ritual that I do.
Yeah, I know about that already.
It's a good investment.
We know about that.
It's a good investment.
That was a story. That was a story they threw out. They would tell throughout the generations to our families. So we know about that.
Well, you know, and when you think, well, I don't want to remove that, and so is Jamila stealing energy? Well, only $1,500. That's it. So what I do is I take away the bad. I banish. I break the contract because you definitely got a contract. Are you watching on YouTube too? You got the crone in the reverse position. So that's a contract. No, I'm not. That's a stronghold.
The what?
That is a contract, a demonic contract. And so that's why your relationships have all been this way. The good news for you is that what's going on with your mother? What's up with your mother's what's up with your mother's parents? Tell me about that.
My mother's mother, they both had, my mother and my grandmother, they're both spiritual. They're both spiritual too. They're both somewhat healers. They both, do their candle thing, but for the good, for the Holy Spirit, things like that.
Yeah.
But the thing is that they both were traumatized. My grandmother was something when she was younger. Something happened to her. My mother was something happened to her, and then it happened to me. So it's like a cycle of don't want to, a cycle of molestation. Let me say, just to be blunt. That's what it is, and it's just a cycle. And that's why I protect and I guard my daughter as best as I can, because I don't want that cycle to continue.
Yeah. So then you would need to get it removed from your father and your mother. And so, but you would only need to start with one ritual.
My father and my mother are separated.
They are, but that's the generational.
They live.
Yeah, the way that I do my generational hex removers, though, is because, see, this is what happens when your mom had sex with your dad. They created like this trinity, right? And so you were the third party, right? You were the result of that. So everything about them they put into you, right? And so, believe it or not, for some reason, well, not believe it or not, it's the spirits that are attached to your father. And there's a spirit that's attached to your father that's affecting his health. So it's usually people only have it on either the mother's side or either the father's side. You've got it on both. So what I suggest to people is that you remove it from one side, deal with that, and then maybe 6 months to a year later, you remove it from the other side and then deal with that. And then I get the sense that your mother's side, both sides are going to need healing, but in particular for your mother's side because of the molestations. This has a huge stronghold.
Oh, there was a lot of other stuff.
Yeah,
There was a lot of other stuff too. All three of us have mental illness. All of us have mental illness. We suffer from mental illness. All of us. On both sides.
Well, it's because of where your head is at, and it's because those spirits are feeding. So what I do is I step in and I say, I like blow a whistle. You know how like when there's some crazy shit going on, and you know how like, because I'm like the divine mommy, right? I'm the divine mommy. So it's like a whole bunch of chaos going on. And then I come in and I blow my whistle and I say, hey, I'm breaking the contract. So then that way, now here's the whole thing about it. A lot of people, they want to keep those strongholds. But what I can tell is that you need to definitely remove the one that's your father. Your mother's side, you may be able to get by with just like some healing energy and stuff for that. But the one from your father's side, you definitely got to get that one removed. That one affects your health and your money.
Okay.
What you're bringing in through your dad. Yeah. So is your father, is he well off? Is he wealthy? Is he like well off? Like what does he do? Like
I didn't hear you.
Yes.
Is he like well off or wealthy, your father? Like, or was he like
No.
So
no, he's very intelligent, smart, and educated. He just chose to. He's like a farm. He likes to be in a farm.
I can see that. That's why I see your father got all that potential that he didn't use. But the reason why is
then he lives in Oklahoma on the Indian reservations over there because he was married to an Indian lady out there.
Yeah. Is your father a high priestess? Does your father do anything spiritual? Because to live on a reservation, you've got to be a very spiritual person. Those people.
Yes, he does.
Okay.
He prays. He knows a lot. He's like I said, he's very and yeah. There's a lot of things
good.
That he knows, but yes, he does.
There's still like because you guys are Native American. Well, you know that they cursed all of us. They cursed all of us. You know, they did. So that's what I do for a living. Like a lot of the spirits and stuff, the white supremacist spirits and stuff like that. Like those are the ones that I'll be like, hey, that's not fair. That ain't right to do that, you know. And then they just, you know, the universe is fair. You know, you have rights just like everybody else. So does your father. But it's caused some problems. It's caused some problems either financially or health-wise for you, or both. I can tell.
Yeah, the both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them.
And you don't feel like you're living within your own reality. The Five of Swords can represent, hey, I'm not living in my own reality. I got a problem with this. I can see there's a problem. And what am I going to do about it? So the strongholds that exist, they do exist through your mind. Okay, they do, but they do attach to several areas of your body. What I can tell is that you've got some negative attachments to your sacral chakra, mainly in the sacral and in the root chakra, because you got the Two of Wands and it is in the reverse position. You got the devil, aka the crone. In this deck, it's the crone in the reverse position. And then you got the Six of Swords reverse. So for some reason, you're not able to decode it the way you're supposed to. You know, I feel like what it does is it you know, I feel like there's a lot of different, there's memories, your third eye and your crown. It's affected you all throughout, you know, your chakra system. So you know, what I would suggest is that you have a chakra reading, and that chakra reading can tell you, I can tell what diseases you have and how you're going to die by your chakra reading. I can tell. And I can tell you that about 70 to 80% of the people that I read, they have something around their heart chakra. Now, heart chakra energy is very sacred. Okay? It's very sacred energy. So is your sexual energy. So your whole body is sacred, right? But there's certain things that attach to certain areas. For example, the abuse in your childhood. They're more than likely, those things made you feel insecure. That's what abuse does. It makes you feel insecure. You know? Any kind of physical, mental, you know, emotional abuse. You know, and so you know, you're gonna have to, it starts with your mind, and that can be really difficult. I've seen people that are in their 50s and 60s and they can't, you know, and it's not as simple as just changing an address. It's not, you know, because the mind just won't heal. It keeps recycling that same energy, and it doesn't transmute it. So transmutation of energy is very important too. Doing energy work. So probably, well, not probably, but what you need is, you probably need to think about becoming an apprentice of mine. Because I do have apprentices, and all of my apprentices, they're constantly watching me. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to my apprentices. Okay. You probably want to think about that. Apprentice, yes, somebody that I take under my wing, and you know, I'm just going to be honest with you. My apprentices, when I have just a few sessions with them, they ready to take off. They just take off. I don't even hear from them. I don't even hear from them. You know, they just, you know, so, but all of my apprentices have to pay, you have to have a cleanse at least. You have to get a cleanse to be an apprentice, because I got to be able to cleanse you, you know, so yeah. And are you, where do you mind telling us where you're from?
What?
Do you mind telling us where you're from?
I'm from Chicago.
Oh, Chicago. I haven't looked at the Chicago skies. I can tell a lot about a place by looking at the sky. I haven't really looked at Chicago, but I heard that it was pretty bad. I can imagine that it's pretty bad. Are you anywhere near Minnesota? Is Chicago near Minnesota, y'all? Is that near Minnesota? Chicago and Minnesota. Ain't they close by? They close by. They all over there in the Midwest, over there in the Midwest. Okay, they all over there in that same area. I saw a demon in the sky over there during income tax time over Minnesota. So I'm gonna do some sky watching stuff, and I'm gonna start an apprentice group to where, you know, you guys just pretty much kind of do everything that I do. Like, you guys are like, what you doing today, Jamila? And I'm just like, oh, I'm doing this, and we're going to do this today, and we're going to, you know what I'm saying? Because it's important to look at all of that stuff. And what I can sense is that You have a lot of spiritual gifts, hon, and they run in your family. And of course, whenever you have those spiritual gifts, just like, and you know what, I bet you have some kind of ability to manifest too. You do. And so does your father. The 9 of Pentacles in the reverse position, it should. Yeah. You should be doing very well, especially anytime you get the Devil card. What that represents is your manifestation abilities, is what the Devil card can represent. Because the Devil in the upright position represents freedom from enslavement, financial stability. The Devil represents that. It does. It represents money. Okay. Okay. But sometimes depending on, so you always got to look at the surrounding cards. Yeah. Go ahead, honey. Go ahead and talk.
Yeah. That's why I always say that money is the root of all evil.
I'm sorry. Let me turn down my ringer. Good Lord. What the heck?
But I didn't know anything about manifesting anything. None of this up until 3 months ago.
Yeah.
When I started watching tarot readings on YouTube.
Are you serious? So I opened up somebody.
And then I started feeling more and more things.
Yeah.
I like my eyes, like you say, your third eye. So I started to feel a lot of different things. And I started to,
but you've got something interfering in your spiritual journey. Everything that you're doing, it's watching. So do you ever get the sense of that spirit? What I can sense is that I can sense that it comes to you at certain times, and it's definitely something. Yeah. And you said that you were abused as a Go ahead.
My daughter sees it.
Is it sexually abusing anybody?
No.
Okay, good.
I don't get a sense of it being anything negative.
Yeah.
I don't get a sense of it being, but I did have 2 of my family members that passed away a long time ago, and I never met them.
But see, it is doing something, because what it's doing. It is doing something because what it's doing is it's causing you to not be able to manifest the things that you want and what you desire. And, what I can sense is that most people want an easy life. Most people want an easy life. Most people want the finer things in life. And I feel like those are things that you've wanted to manifest, but you really haven't been able to, especially with the Devil coming up. The Devil kind of represents somebody that has a lot of manifestation power, but maybe there is a spirit that is attached at the root chakra. You've got a lot of manifestation power, but there's an attachment at the root chakra. So you need to contact me. You need to go and you need to go to the website and get a reading, or something, so that we can talk, because I have to, like, with my apprentices and everything, it's the same thing, because everybody can be an apprentice. Anybody has the ability to be an apprentice of mine. If you say, you know what, Jamila, I want to learn, I've got classes on the website. I do not discriminate against anybody for my classes. You can go on the website and you can purchase classes from me anytime you want. Now, during those classes, if you've got ravens coming out of your closet, I'm going to tell you, hey, look, you need to get some cleanses. You need to get this done. What I can sense on you is a generational hex. What it is it's a nasty fucking spirit. And what that spirit does is that it attacks your health and your money is what it attacks. And it distracts you just enough so that you're not, you know, that thought process, because you did get a couple of swords cards. And see, I can tell that you feel your thoughts, and because I've been doing that too. I've been literally, I have a negative thought, and it's like a negative thought, and it's so like everything is so much more sensitive. Have you been feeling that way, especially since they started that 5G technology? I've been feeling that way. Let's bring on another caller so that we can let's bring on another caller, because they've been waiting for a couple of minutes. If you want to,
thank you so much for spending the time with me and giving me the knowledge and advice.
That really hurt you, didn't it?
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm going to take the next call. You can hang on and just keep listening if you want for when we go into the after show, and then I can even bring you back on if you want or whatever. But I'm going to take the next caller because I want to make sure I get everybody. I'm sorry. Okay. All right.
No, that's fine. Thank you for the time.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Love and light.
Love and light to you too.
Thank you. Bye-bye. All right, we're going to take the next caller, y'all. Caller, you're live. You're talking to Jamila.
Hello?
Hey.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm doing just good.
I call from New York. And my name is Selena. You get it in general for me, please.
Okay. Okay, you want to see what in general the spirits want to say? What's your zodiac sign?
Yes, please.
What's your zodiac sign?
General.
Gemini?
Oh, my. It's Toro.
What is it again?
Horoscope is Toro.
What is it again?
Toro. Taurus. May.
Taurus. Taurus. Okay. She was saying Taurus. Taurus. I'm like, what? All right. Spirit Spirit guides for the Taurus caller. What messages do you have for her today? Spirit guides, ancestors, huh? What'd you say?
I said I'm Italian.
You're Italiano. Cool. I love Italians.
Yes.
Thank you for calling in. Where are you from again?
Just see it.
You said New York City?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Cool. All right. Spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels for the Taurus caller on the phone. What messages do you have for her today? Messages. Oh, you got some pretty strong spirit guides here. Okay. Oh, wow. We had like a couple of cards that fell out of the deck. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. I can definitely see a spirit guide right here that is assisting you with money. Something about money. You got a lot of coins cards that came up. Like a lot of your cards were coin cards. Like I laid out 10 cards. Some cards fell out. And so I can definitely sense that what your spirit guides want you to do is they want you to focus on your individual gifts and focus on maybe possibly starting your own business. Are you like what do you do for a living right now? Because I can sense that there is if you have a job right now, something's going on with your job. So tell me more about that, because I feel like what this has to do with is money, because money is everybody's concern these days. Yeah. So what's going?
My daughter.
I'm gonna jump off camera real quick, guys. Okay, what were you saying?
Oh, I'm retired. I asked my daughter.
Okay. So you're retired, and you said what about your daughter again?
I asked my daughter, I know, for the money.
Okay, so are you like living with your daughter, or is that what you were saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. I can definitely sense that, but there's got to be like, are you having health problems? Because I can sense that there's got to be something like that, or your daughter must be having some kind of issue or something. I can sense that that's what's happening right now, because I can definitely see your family surrounding you, because you got the 10 of Cups, but the World card is in the reverse position. And, then there is an emotional, I feel like there's an emotional need that's not being met somehow. Because the Knight of Cups is here. Whenever the Knight of Cups comes in, the Knight of Cups is coming in to heal somebody. So I know that there's some healing that is needed. I feel like it's got something to do with your childhood. Something possibly that I feel like it's got something like something to do with your father. Do you have any? Yeah, something to do with your father, something to do with that, because whenever the 10 of Swords comes up, that tells me that it's something going on with your father and his family, because that's typically what I look at. And then, so there was some trauma. I can sense that there's some trauma that you're trying to heal from. And the Knight of Cups could represent me, could represent Archangel Raphael, or it could represent Jesus Christ. It could definitely represent, because, Jesus Christ was somebody that was very compassionate and very understanding. So what's your current religious and spiritual background?
Oh, yeah. I knew. I found his Facebook.
What's your spiritual and I'm sorry?
Yeah.
You said Catholic?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, he was trying to flex, and I was like, yeah.
Okay, so Catholic would be it. What I can sense is that there's some healing that needs to be done from your childhood. And, I can sense that there must have been, first of all, mental illnesses that you may get. Like, I feel like your father must have had some sort of, it wasn't a mental illness. I call it a spiritual illness. So did you want to talk about your father, or maybe tell me more about like what's going on with him? Because I can definitely see something that came through your mother's womb. My
father was very lonely father.
You said he was what? You said he was.
He got a stroke.
He had a stroke. Okay.
Yes.
What I can sense is what's coming through your father, and it went through your mother, is there's a couple of different things that I can see that's coming in through them, through your father. It's a lot of them, a lot of the cards that I can see coming up, like all of them were the Pentacles cards, the court, the so something to do with confidence and, you know, something to do with money. Something to do with money.
Yeah.
And I feel like, so is your daughter doing pretty good in life? Because I feel like it could, because you mentioned your daughter, like maybe it could be affecting her in some kind of way. The Ace of Pentacles is in the reverse position. I can sense I feel like it's some.
My daughter, she not working right now, but she got some work on the middle to finish. You know, I hope she make it lucky to sell for a lot of money.
Yeah.
You see anything about that?
As far as money with what again? What was the money you were looking at again?
My daughter got a project.
Okay.
She got to finish it to sell.
Okay. Is she supposed to get like a bonus check or something? You want me to look at your daughter's money? Is that what you're asking?
All right.
Okay. Well, okay. I can definitely see and sense that it's caused some struggle, you know, with as far as like with the finances, with the family, because the Ten of Pentacles is in the reverse position. So I can definitely sense that they're more than likely it's something generational. And the way that I can tell when it's something generational is when the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Pentacles, or either the Ten of Wands comes up. You got the Ten of Cups. You got 3 of the tens. So I can definitely sense something having to do with family tradition, family cycles. And I definitely do feel as though with the Ten of Swords coming up, that there was something that came in through your father. And what it is it's negative spirits that attach and feed is basically what it is. And there's many different ways that generational hexes attach themselves. So I'm going to ask spirits what and how this happened with the Ten of Swords. Yeah, Judgment, 6 of Wands, and yeah. It has something to do with, you know, society and dogmatic shit. What I can sense is that it's a behavior pattern more so that is subconsciously controlled that's in your family. I don't necessarily see a magician, but I can just see behavioral patterns, destructive behavioral patterns. And it affects the mind, which means that it's going to affect the body and the spirit, and it's going to affect you overall. Okay. So, what I can sense is that there does seem to be something that you may be passing on to your daughter. So what was your specific question that you had about your daughter?
The project.
You said what again? Repeat that. I'm sorry.
The work is going to be good. They're going to sell, you know.
Okay. You said, is it going to sell or not? Is that what?
Going to sell. They're going to sell.
Okay.
She got one project.
Okay. You said, is she going to get?
She's going to sell.
Is she gonna sell on the project? Is that what you said?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Spirit guides, ancestors. What messages do you have for the caller about her daughter? Is she going to get the project? Or I can't. I know that you want to know yes or no. Spirit, yes or no. Okay, let's see. And then I'm going to move on to the next caller. If you guys are looking, I actually did get a no answer. Let me clarify that. I like to always make sure. What I think is that it is some sort of, what I can sense is that it's whatever that is not going to work out. I did get a no answer, but let me specify. Spirits, show me yes or no. Major arcanas and even numbers is yes. I'm sorry. Odd major arcanas and even numbers is yes. Odd numbers and court cards is no. You got a lot of different cards that came up that shows me that there are some malevolent spirits that may be fighting against that. Okay. Whatever it is, I feel like that the situation can still be turned around. It just depends on how you look at it. So I feel like there is going to be, I feel like it may take a little while longer than what was expected, but I feel like eventually it will come through, but there's a blockage. There's definitely some blockages that I can sense here that need to be dealt with. So what Spirit will do is Spirit will consistently interfere, in order to get your attention. It'll consistently interfere with, certain things. So, yeah. But I feel like after a while, eventually, okay? All right. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the next caller. Thank you so much for calling in. Have a good one. You are welcome. So before I take the next caller, guys, I wanted to talk to you guys about Shiva. Shiva is the god of yoga and meditation. And what's important about meditation and being able to meditate is where you are going to start to learn how to control your every single day. You'll learn to control that. You will have control over how you feel, what happens. Okay. So Shiva, what I like is the quiet calmness that Shiva brings me to. And I love this mantra that I was playing. I will link it in the chat for you guys. It is amazing. Shiva is another energy that I work with all the time with my healing. And the reason why is because in order to bring your environment, in order to bring your body and your spirit to where you want it to be, you have to be able to meditate. Okay? And so basically what ends up happening is that certain energies will hit, certain things will be happening, and you won't necessarily know how to adjust your body. So a lot of you that you're like, oh, I want to read cards, I want to be a tarot card reader. Well, guess what? You don't have to be an empath. Like a lot of people are like, oh, well, I'm not an empath, so it doesn't matter. You don't have to be an empath to have spirits jump onto you. It's just the reality of it. You have to learn how to quickly adjust your body and your spirit and your mind to the current, the vibrational currents that are surrounding us constantly. I have sat here, and it's so funny because I have sat here and I have dealt with these certain negative people that have been in social media. And you can feel like this rush of energy, energetically. It is so crazy. And so Shiva teaches us how to transmutate energy as well. So I do work with Shiva. Yes, I do. I have been trying to get my altars set up everywhere where I need them. You know, so I actually do work with Shiva. Shiva is the deity that you want to work with, or you want to draw inspiration with. You want to be inspired. The gods are there to inspire you. So Shiva is absolutely pivotal in healing, because what Shiva does is Shiva takes your mind and it says, let's float away. Because the first thing that I'm going to do when I work with you is I am going to give you ways of coping. But it's time for us to step beyond coping. Coping. You need to step beyond just coping with this stuff, okay? I'm going to take the next caller, you guys. I'm going to see. I got a caller on the line waiting. Hello, caller. You're live.
Hi. Thanks for my call.
Hi. How are you, sis?
Oh, okay. It's kind of stressful time, and I was just wondering if you could give me healing, or
Oh my goodness,
I
you
need
need
to find a place to live quickly, and I'm not sure. I just need maybe some hope that it's gonna all work out.
So tell me the situation. Let's slow down a little bit, because there's a lot of information that is in between, you know, what you said. So you say you're trying to find a place to stay real quick. So tell me about that, because that can be stressful. What's going on?
Well, that's it. that's the crux of it. I need to find somewhere to live.
Are you, well, what's the living situation? What's going on? What's going on? Are you
what
living?
Are you picking up? Are you psychic? What are you picking up on it?
Well, I haven't threw the cards yet, but I am a psychic empath. So I can definitely throw the cards, or you can just tell me what's going on, and then we can dig a little bit deeper.
I'd rather not. Yeah, I'd rather you just pick cards and me telling you on.
Okay, I'll throw the cards for you. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm Aquarius.
Okay. Well, let's see what the spirits say. Now, just to let you know, I'm not always going to see every single thing around you. It takes a little while longer for me to read you than that. Okay, so psychics or not, we don't just, you know, do that. You know, now I've noticed that my spiritual gifts have been becoming more keener. But even if I just read you, like if me and you were to talk on the phone, and you were to just talk to me and say, you know, so I'm more of an empath. So I know more so of what you need, but I can definitely look and see what's going on. Okay. So let me ask Spirit. Do you want to give me your first name?
My birthday?
Your first name.
15. Oh, my first name is Randy.
Randy? Okay. All right, spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, what messages do you have for Randy today? She wants to know what messages you have in general for her today. Let's see here. Oh, you got some bad spirits on you.
Bad spirits?
Yeah, you do. I'll tell you your cards in a minute. I'm laying them down. I'm going to lay out 10 cards. That's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Okay. I think I'm on this reading because that's not really appropriate.
Well, we can all already tell that you have bad spirits on you because of the rudeness.
Thank you.
Okay, hon. Thank you for calling in. Bye. Good luck with that. So let me just tell you what cards that she got. She got the Devil in reverse. She got the Queen of Wands in the upright position. She got the Strength card. She got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse position. She got the Page of Pentacles in the reverse position. So right off the bat, and that's just the first 5 cards. So right off the bat, you can tell anytime anybody gets the Devil in the reverse position, that says that there's bad spirits that are making that person feel some type of way. So she's really going through something right now. You could tell because she waited on there for a very long time. She had been waiting for like 30 or 45 minutes for me to take the call. So, you know, you can tell that whoever she is, she definitely does need spiritual help. Definitely does have a lot of doubts about what spiritualists can do for her. I do feel strongly that I am her spirit guide, but she's scared. So she ran away, is basically what she did. So I'm not going to be mean to her because she called me. That'd be different if I don't think that wasn't a troll. That wasn't, because you know what? I didn't catch any negative ill intent from her at all, the person that called. I think she's just scared. So I hope that you find peace this evening. She's feeling really insecure and scared. And she probably needed to more so speak to me in private. Because being live on here like this is like there's only like 12 people watching, but you know, it still can be difficult for some people. So, you know, and then the Ace of Cups comes up in the reverse position. So there's some unhappiness that this person is experiencing. The Moon card comes up. The Moon card represents, she got the Sun and the Moon. So she got the Moon, and then she got the Sun in the inverted position. So what that says is that she's not getting enough vitamin D. She needs sunlight. And then she also needs to possibly sleep at night, or maybe get more sleep and stop worrying so much. I feel like also she may be very telepathic. So telepathic people can be very scared people because they're not sure of what's going on. Okay. They're not sure. I'm going to get you, caller. I got another caller waiting. I'm going to get you. Give me a second because I'm going to take a quick music break because I need to go to the little girl's room. Okay. Wouldn't reverse devil be good? No, the devil in the upright position is better than reverse. In reverse, the devil card is worse. But even in the upright position, it just depends. Okay. The devil came up in the inverted position for a reason. And you know what? The cards and the spirits are always very accurate. And these readings are subjective, meaning that they can change. So you can call in to me and you can say, you know, I'm feeling this type of way now. And I can tell that you're feeling this type of way. But then you're not going to be feeling that type of way. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be feeling better a little bit later. And so the readings can be subjective. Like But I'm going to tell y'all something. I've actually lived a lot of years without dealing with these negative and malevolent spirits. I do think that it does have something to do with science and technology as to why we're able to pick up on these things even more. So yeah, right now we are trying to cope with this stuff. So I feel like she was just really scared, really insecure. I feel like she's afraid. The moon card represents phobias. And so I'm kind of thinking that maybe whoever she is, she may be suffering from some sort of panic disorder or either anxiety. Okay. So that's why she had to hang up. So, you know, but what I do want to tell her is that I know that I know I'm going to hear from her. She's going to contact me. I can see her contacting me in the future. And that her spirit guides are waiting for her to tap into her higher self. So the 10 of Cups comes up. And the 10 of Cups represents happiness, completion, tranquility, peace. So I know that she's going to contact me again. So I'm not worried about that. I think that doing these BTR shows has really helped a lot of people. And that's what I'm here for. Okay. You know, whenever I have any spare time or free time, I'm always doing readings. So, you know, I know that person didn't mean any harm, you know, honestly. So we're going to move on to the next caller. But guys, I need to go use the bathroom. Okay. I need to go use the restroom. So I'm going to take a quick break. Let's trip on some Shiva, some peaceful Shiva. Unless y'all wanted to listen to the other Shiva. And so the other Shiva basically gets your Kundalini rising. Okay, is what the other Shiva mantra, you know, will do for you. So let's listen to that one because we got some people that need y'all need y'all root chakra stimulated. Let's do some root chakra stimulation, okay? Let's do that. Can we do that? Okay. This is a wild night for spiritualists. Anytime you activate your Kundalini, that's a wild night, okay? And you so hold on, y'all. I gotta go to the restroom, okay? Be right back.
हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ॐ नमो हिरण्यवाहवे हिरण्यवर्णाय हिरण्यरूपाय हिरण्यपतये अम्बिकापतये उमापतये पशुपतये नमो नमः। ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो ईशानः सर्वविद्यानां ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो ईशानः सर्वविद्यानां ईश्वरः सर्वभूतानां ब्रह्माधिपति ब्रह्मणोऽधिपति ब्रह्मा शिवो मे अस्तु सदा शिवो
Wait a minute. No, here it is.
पुरुषाय विद्महे वाग्विशुद्धाय धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात् महादेवाय विद्महे रुद्रमूर्तये धीमहि तन्नः शिवः प्रचोदयात्
Here.
नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमस्ते अस्तु भगवन् विश्वेश्वराय महादेवाय त्र्यम्बकाय त्रिपुरान्तकाय त्रिकाग्निकालाय कालाग्निरुद्राय नीलकण्ठाय मृत्युञ्जयाय सर्वेश्वराय सदाशिवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय श्रीमन्महादेवाय नमः शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः
All right, guys, I'm back. Hello, it's me. All right. Caller, you're live.
Yes, hi. This is Susanna. I was just wondering if you're doing readings.
I am. What questions do you have for the Oracle today?
What do you see with my love life?
Okay. Do you want to know if somebody's coming in?
Yes, please.
Okay. So you're single. What's your zodiac sign? What's your zodiac sign? Tell me. What's your sign?
Oh, Libra.
Libra. Uh-oh. All righty. Libra is a pretty cool sign. Pretty cool sign. Pretty cool zodiac sign. Okay. Spirit guides for the Libra caller who is a Libra. What do you want her to know about her love life, current, past, and in the future? Okay. You know, I can see an earth energy. You're a Libra, but I can see there's an earth sign that is attached to you with the current, and you can see them all over the past. And the future is the Fool card reversed and the Ten of Wands. How old are you?
58.
Okay. What is, I keep getting all of these people with these generational hexes on them. You've got something that is attached to your bloodline, but what's up with this earth sign person? Is this your ex-husband? Do you have an ex-husband that is an earth sign?
Yeah.
You do? Seriously?
No, he's not an earth. I know.
Okay, but you do have an ex-husband.
Yes.
Bless me, my goodness. How long have you guys been divorced?
A long time.
Why is there still an attachment? Have you haven't been able to find love since then, have you?
Going on dates and stuff, yeah.
Okay. How's that been going?
And I've had, I don't know. Maybe I just have to settle a little bit.
Yeah. I can almost see somebody coming in the future, but I feel as though there's something that is going to be coming up that is going to be distracting you from your love life. And so I feel like there's been something that's been distracting you.
I hope not. I mean, I'm going on a date maybe Sunday, a second one, and then I'm talking to somebody online.
Spirit guys, give me some clarity on the Ten of Wands, okay?
What's going to distract me? I mean, there's nothing to...
Well, you know what I can sense is that because the World card comes up in the reverse position. And so I feel like
90 seconds.
I feel like whatever your connection is. Oh, I'm sorry. Give me a second. Hey, if you guys want to speak to me in the last hour of the show, make sure that you call in to 516-590-0362. Okay. So you have to call in within the last 90 seconds if you want to speak to me. Okay. Otherwise, we're going to go into the after show.
60 seconds.
Okay. You got 60 seconds to call in if you want to remain on the line and if you want to continue to listen or either talk to me on Blog Talk. Okay. All right, Alyssa. All right. I'm going to get you in a minute. What I can sense is some sort of unhealthy attachment. How many dates have you went on? Like, do you think, do you feel that there's any problem? Because I noticed that Libras can really be in denial about stuff. Okay.
Sure do. I sure do.
Yeah, there's definitely some kind of problem. There's an obstacle that's coming up in your love life. And what I feel is though you feel like, especially with the Ten of Wands, you feel like
10 seconds.
Sorry, it's way too hard. It's way too difficult. It's a burden. It's like, what the hell is going on here? And so it's, to me, I feel as though it's got to be some kind of hex. That's what I feel like initially. And that's the because so many people are walking within curses, and it's just the reality of it. Okay. So, but the world card comes up in the reverse position. So I feel like there's these, I feel like your relationships are ending badly. They're starting and then ending, and then starting and then ending. So it's almost like you don't even really want to get emotionally attached to these people. You know, because you're like, oh, I'm going out on dates and da 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 da. But where is this person that you're supposed to be with? The Fool card comes up in the reverse position. So have you felt like you've met your soulmate or the person that's the one? Because I feel like at this point, I don't
know. I mean, I only went on a couple of dates. You have to give people chances.
Yeah. The Fool card is in the reverse position. So I do feel as though there is supposed to be somebody that is supposed to be like, because what I can sense, I can definitely sense an attachment. And it's an earth sign. So it's probably not your ex-husband, but it's definitely somebody. I feel like your twin flame or your significant other, they've got to be an earth sign and they procrastinate a lot. So like, I feel like that's why you are where you're at. It's an earth sign. It's either a Capricorn, a Virgo, or it's a Taurus. Like, I can't really see them clearly. They're not really coming in very clearly to me. But what I can sense is that there is supposed to be somebody that you're supposed to be meant to like be with. But for some reason, there's something that is preventing that union from happening. Because, you know, the world card in a love reading represents a divine union, but the world is in reverse for your reading. You see what I'm saying? And we don't listen. I know that you want to avoid, because that's what Libras do not like it's kind of like, okay, it's just the truth. You need to know it. The Ten of Wands comes up. So
what do you want me to do? Just, I'm never going to meet anybody and, be pessimistic?
Not at all. I feel like right now you're being pessimistic. I feel like there is, first of all, there's somebody that you're meant to be with, but at the same time, there seems to be some kind of delay. And whatever that is, I don't know if I can do that with a mini reading because I got 2 callers waiting. So, don't get mad at me and kill the messenger, okay? Do you want me to ask the spirits like what advice to give you as far as like, because first of all, let me tell you something. I can see a lover for you, but I feel like you just haven't met him yet. I feel like there's been circumstances that has led you to not cross paths with that person. So there's blockages, okay? So you know that I'm not a negative person, okay? So I'm here to give you good news. No matter what negative news I tell you, there's always a ritual for it, okay? It is. I know that a lot of people don't believe in that, but it's something that I believe in. So it's just, that's just it. So do you okay. So what do you want to say about that? Like, are you going to respond or, because.
Yeah. You said, what did you want spirits me to know? Or?
Huh? You said that I what?
You said you wanted to ask spirit what they wanted advice to give me?
Yeah. Did you want me to ask them that? Okay.
Yes, please.
And I want to throw an oracle card for you too. Because I love the oracle cards. They are so nice. So I'll throw a couple of those out there for you. Have you ever had a personal private reading? Because I feel like you would be one of my, people that I could really help, because it seems like to me that you have like this wall around you. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Okay, spirits, guides, what messages do you want to give to Libra caller today? What advice do you want to give to her going forward? Okay, let's see what we got here. Okay. The 9 of Cups comes up reversed. So you've got some general unhappiness. There is a lover for you. Okay, but it starts with yourself. Okay. So so the spirits are like telling you to put yourself first and start to take care of yourself. Okay, emotionally. Because I feel like there is some emotional pain that you're manifesting. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, I can sense some emotional pain. So the 4 of Cups is in the reverse position. So you've got a lot of things, but there's some things that are unfulfilled. There's definitely some unfulfillment that's happening. The Star is in reverse. So, you know, Archangel Raphael is recognizing that you do need healing. So you may want to like get with me, just go to my website and then we can, you know, link up and then we can talk more so in private and I can talk to you about, you know, what I feel is what you need. And so like, I feel like Archangel Raphael actually brought you to me. And I feel like when you start to discover and use his powers, like you'll just feel so much better because I feel like there's something in your heart that's just so, it's hurting. You got some stuff going on. You do. Do you want to talk about it now? There's something that's hurting you. I know it is. Because I know it's got something to do with love.
No, I'm trying to be optimistic. There's no reason why I shouldn't have love in my life. I haven't seen my son in a month, but I'll see him soon.
Well, there are some things that are hidden deep. And so what I would suggest is for you to go to the website and then we can talk because I think that I can help you. Just go to the website maybe and get, you know, get either a consultation or either a 30-minute reading or whatever it is that you feel comfortable with.
Thank you.
Okay, hon. Have a good one. It's so many people out there that heard like she needs healing. So it's weird how I did this reading and so many of the people that are needing healing are rejecting it just because it costs money. But you be willing to go in and pay a doctor way more money and way more of your energy than me. So she wants the help. She wants to feel that help, but she's just, it's too much anger. It's something going on. So I hope that you contact me, okay? All right, I'm going to take the next caller just to let you guys know, just putting Archangel Raphael's name in the title means that we're going to have a lot of hurt people that's going to call in, and that's okay. Like I'm starting to get a lot more desensitized to it, you know, so it doesn't hurt me. And then she also was impatient. So she was impatient, you know, and that's why the Temperance card came up. So it's a lot of people that's hurting right now. I'm going to take the next caller. Caller, you're live.
Hello?
Hi, it's Queen Jamila and Archangel Raphael and Shiva. How are you this evening?
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Okay, how you doing? I hear you. How are
Fine,
you?
how are you?
I'm doing good. I'm feeling
great.
blessed. I'm feeling blessed. Thank you so much for calling in. So
Thank you for getting to me.
yes. So tell me what's
I
going
wanted to know
on.
about what's coming up for me in 2019 for finance and love.
Okay. Sure. Well, let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna light one of these tranquility candles for the person that just called in to kind of do some clearing and everything because
Brittany, my name is Brittany.
your name Brittany. What's your zodiac sign, Brittany?
Virgo.
Okay. All right. Okay. Spirit guides, ancestors, guardian angels, messengers for Brittany. Show me her. You said love and money? I'm sorry, it was breaking up.
Yes.
Okay. Spirit guides, show me what messages you have for Brittany's love life. Let's look at your love first. Okay.
Can you say it again?
I'm gonna look at your love life first. Okay. Okay. And if you want to listen to your reading again, if you're having trouble hearing me over Blog Talk, you can actually go to YouTube and watch it. Okay. All right. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So I can see your love life, and I can also see your money so far. For your love life, you already got the 9 of Cups, but then you got the 5 of Cups. So that means that you're blessed, but there's some malevolent spirits that are attached to you. I can see a new job or a new financial opportunity coming up for you. I'll have to find out when exactly. And then you got the 10 of coins. So I can see an earth sign coming into your love life. And you said you're a Virgo. So you're going to get another. I can see a Virgo. I can see another, somebody that has a lot of earth in their chart. Very grounded individual. So I can definitely see. But there seems to be with this 5 of Cups that's showing up in your reading. And I don't know if you're watching me on the YouTube, but I'm going to turn on the camera. But this is the 5 of Cups.
I was, but I turned it off.
Okay, well, I'm showing, I'm doing show and tell right now. But you see this 5 of Cups? So this is when there's like this.
Hold on.
5 of,
let me go back onto it.
Okay.
Jamila?
Yeah, I can wait. I'm gonna throw out your money cards, okay? So go back up there and then
I'm on YouTube.
Okay. All right, hold on. All right, spirit guides, show me money. Show me callers money. Brittany. Oh my God, I remembered your name. That's crazy. I don't never remember nobody's name unless, I'm because I talk to a lot of different people. I do. I've talked to thousands of people. Okay. All right. So I can see this really, really clearly. Well, you definitely do have a new lover coming in. You got an earth sign. Okay. And I feel like this person, they want stability. They're a Taurus. I can see a Taurus. Something about a Taurus. They may.
Well, I am in like a relationship. It's a new relationship, but
what's
he's a water sign. But I think his being is just Virgo.
It's something, some kind of, because so you want to go by that, like, because there's going to be a difference between dating somebody that has a Venus in Gemini versus somebody that has a Venus in Cancer. I mean, it's just going to tell a whole different person. It's going to be a totally different love story. It's going to be a totally different love style. You know what I'm saying? So what I can sense is somebody that I can sense somebody that you know, because the 10 of coins, that's really good. You know, that represents you know, prosperity and blessings and children. Do you have children? You got
I have
children?
one. I want to have another one. I just lost one last year.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. Well, you need to get that any kind of pregnancy loss, you need to do a hex removal on your womb. Anytime you have a pregnancy loss, that's a hex on your womb. You need to
it's
figure.
A hex.
It is. It just
okay.
Like it's not that spiritual people. It's not that spiritual people are trying to take advantage of people that have had a pregnancy loss. I was messed up for just like a few years because I had a pregnancy loss, and it literally did until I started doing the work to remove the hex from my womb. It was still there, and it manifested in me and my children. So yeah. Your
did
money.
You get pregnant afterwards?
I did get pregnant afterwards. Yeah. Yeah, but you want to clear that out of your womb beforehand. Because you don't want to, you know, you want the energies to be, you know, good when you bring your child into the world. You know, you want love, energy, and hope and healing and stuff. So, you know, and so I can definitely see children, though. I can see you having other children. So you are going to have other children. Lots of them with whoever this is. Now, there's some kind of hex I can tell because on your money reading, you got the 5 of Pentacles. You got the 8 of Pentacles. You got the 3 of Wands. You got the 7 of Coins or Pentacles. And then you got the 8 of Swords. So you got something vampiring. It's a vampiric energy. You need to get a full spiritual reading to see what's going on. You can tell that you do, like, as far as with your finances, you're just like, God, I don't feel that I have enough. Now, if you're not having okay, not having enough is going to be different for different people. Some people are going to feel like they don't have enough money if they don't, you know, if they're not able to spend $100 a day or $300 a day or $1,000 a day on takeout. You know, so it just depends on what you consider to be a lot of money. People have different ideals of what. So, you know, but you're feeling like you don't have enough. You are. The 8 of Coins represents either you're thinking about going to college, you've got some kind of educational background, I can tell.
I do.
So
I didn't finish.
Finish what, school? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And so what are your direct plans? Because, you know, you really need to think about not just getting a job, but starting your own business. And so
that's what I really wanted to talk about. Yeah. I was hoping, like, not to cut you off, I was hoping that I got some type of clarity from this call in reference to me starting a business. I want to start a business so bad. I have several things that I could, you know, start and try and see what happens. I just don't know where to start, though, and I just don't know where to start, and I just need a little clarity, something from my spirit guides, just to give me a sign. Where should I go? And because I wanted to have a longevity to it. I wanted the money to be a longevity to it. I really don't want to continue to work in the school system anymore. I really want to leave that alone. Or if I do, I want to do everything at my expression, you know. So yeah, that's it.
I do see you starting a business, but I see you doing it within the next 3 years. Next 2 to 3 years, I can see that coming up for you because there's going to be a lot of people that are going to just kind of be forced into it. Anyway, like that's going to be the new era and it's going to be weird the way it's going to work for everybody because everybody's thinking, well, how is everybody going to have their own business? Well, it's definitely a possibility for everybody to have their own business if they wanted to, you know? And so I see that happening for you. However, the Eight of Swords comes up. So there's some kind of blockage. The Eight of Swords represents where you are getting clarity. You are getting clarity. But you know, in order to make it happen is a totally different thing because most small businesses fail. So you need to know what it takes, at least for you, to get the business off the ground. And so what I did with my business is I put up, you know, and that's because the line of business that I'm in, I put up my videos. I lit a green candle and I made $500 within the first week, you know, and I was able to put food.
I have my green candle.
Yeah.
I was gonna see. I wanted to do like a ritual on the new moon and see, you know, and go from there.
Yeah, and you know what? I am actually doing a new moon ritual as well. This new moon is gonna be amazing. So especially if you know spiritually what it is about, it's, you know, it's also about colliding worlds, and it's a very deep spiritual and metaphysical new moon, the first new moon of the year, right? I think it is, yeah. Was January the 4th? Maybe January may have been. This is to me.
No, January, January was.
To me,
this one is in my eye.
Yeah.
No, that's the one.
So I actually like the Aquarius because what Aquarius represents is being able to integrate and merge. And so you did get the Temperance card, and Temperance is the same thing as the Star card. It looks just like the Star card. It's okay for us to interpret it as the Star card. So you probably do have dormant healing abilities, but those healing abilities, you can see.
I probably do have dormant healing abilities. What do you mean?
There, because the Temperance card represents it, it sort of represents, well, because of the fact that this is a healing video, so more than likely I attracted a lot of healers. And then I can definitely tell that, especially with all of the coins cards, like most of your cards, I laid out 10 cards. You got a lot of heart chakra cards. So I can see your zodiac chart sort of from, I can tell a lot about you from this reading. The 9 of Cups tells me a lot, and the 5 of Cups. But then you got the Ace of Coins, you got the 10 of Coins, 5 of Coins, 8 of Coins, and then the 7 of Coins. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Half of your cards were coin cards. So, you know.
So what does that mean?
Well, you know, I can definitely tell that your solar plexus needs to do some healing. And so that can be a challenge because your solar plexus is so important. And I always talk to people about that because there's certain entities that feed off of certain areas. So just with this 5 of Cups showing up in your reading, I can tell that you do have some.
I think I want to do a personal, like a 30-minute reading. It's not good right now.
You do have.
Yeah.
Hold on real quick. You do have some, what'd you say?
I said I think I want to do a private reading.
you do have some malevolent spirits that seem to be causing some kind of emotional thing. Did you unplug the light back there or something?
They feed off my emotions.
Oh.
Huh?
Never. No, I was talking to somebody in my house. What'd you say, hon?
Oh, okay. No, I was just trying to get an understanding. That's all.
Well, I can definitely tell that you're dealing with some bad spirits and that you got something you got something on you, okay? Which most people do. But most people are not gonna be lucky enough to have that stuff removed. You know. So
right. I was listening to you speak to another caller. She was talking about how she worked in the hospital. And you were just saying how, you know, basically when you're around those negative spirits, you have certain symptoms. And when you said a couple of those symptoms, I have those, especially at my job. And I started to think maybe that happened to me as well. And I see you see it. So I was worried about
Girl,
that.
I know all about that. I remember I used to work for the government. I used to work for the IRS. And I remember I worked for them through like 3 of my pregnancies with my children. And I remember having to go and lay down in the nurse's station because the energy was just too high for me. So a lot of times with spiritual people, especially when we're pregnant and stuff like that, we need to go lay down. You know, we get a lot of dizziness and stuff because we're very...
I get dizzy a lot at work. I get dizzy a lot, and I didn't know where it was coming from.
I get dizzy when I leave the house.
A couple of days ago.
It's frequencies doing it to you. So you gotta, like for me, and then you know what? It depends on what it is that you want to do, but I feel like if you're going to start your own business, you need to go ahead and do it, but make sure that you have the spiritual backing and make sure that you get rid of this like negative thing, because it does look like something, especially with the 8 of Swords. I would have rather have saw, like if you would have got the 5 of coins, the 8 of coins, the 3 of wands, the 7 of coins, and then the Wheel of Fortune, I'd have said, oh, well, you're good to go, you know. By the way, to get inspiration, watch that movie Contact with Jodie Foster, because you're not necessarily okay to go, but there's something that needs to be opened up in your third eye.
Oh my God, girl, you are, girl, you're crazy. That is crazy.
Girl, don't be having me blushing and stuff. I'm about to start blushing over here. I'm gonna get off camera real quick.
I've been trying to get some work done to open it. Like I've been researching on trying to open it myself because I really feel like I need to go ahead and open it. A part of me was afraid. I don't know why, but I don't know. I'm not afraid anymore. So.
Well, see, the thing of it is that you're like everybody's always talking about we're shifting. Well, every new moon and every full moon is a shift. We're shifting every month on this planet. We're shifting every month. The reality is whatever you make it. But it takes a whole lot of patience and understanding. And I noticed that you did get so patience is really important when it comes to love, is what spirits want you to know. And that doesn't mean that you have to allow somebody to treat you like crap. That's not what somebody is saying to you. It's about that person. It's about loving somebody that you know ain't perfect, but you're willing to dance with the devil in the pale moonlight.
Can you see the relationship? Can you see the relationship that I am?
Yeah, I can see children. I can see children. I can see financial security in the future for you as far as with your relationship. But when I look at the money, but this is what I want to tell you. That to me, I can see that, but these readings are subjective because sometimes if the money energies, because when I look at your money, the Eight of Swords is the last thing, is the last card that I get. And so that, you know, your financial endeavors and your the things that you want to manifest, that is a part of your spiritual journey. So love is not just going to fix that for you. Like, you know, a lot of people will try to sell the narrative of, well, if a man gives you everything that you want, then he's the best man in the world. But then what about what you want to, what about what you want to give to yourself though?
Right. That's my mental. So everything you're saying, it makes, I can understand it because it makes sense to me because I don't think the way, right. Which is why I understand why you're telling me I need to have patience because I do a lot of running and pushing him away or even just doubting that it's real and that it's too good to be true. So,
you know,
and anytime he might do one thing wrong, I'll fall him over it or, you know, I'll be ready to throw it all away. So I'm just learning to have patience and that's what I've been doing.
The one thing that you want to be careful about with this Eight of Swords is when you are allowing your subconscious to control you. Because at some point, your spiritual growth is going to lead you to a place where you're going to be able to face any problem. And you're going to be able to face it with fearlessness and, you know what I'm saying? You know, because nobody likes struggle, but I can see that spiritual growth coming in through, you know, manifesting your own business, which is going to come from within you. But you're going to have to get in touch with your ancestors. You're going to have to get in touch with the spirits because there's a reason why this Five of Pentacles comes up. And, you know, I know that, you know, this is what I want to tell you. For some reason, there is a problem with manifesting that large amount of money that's wanted, but I feel as though your first card that I laid out was the Nine of Cups. So it's all about what you ask the universe. So I've been telling like a lot of my clients, like you need to understand, be careful what you wish for. So what you wish for is what's in your heart. What is in your heart for yourself? How do you feel about yourself? How do you really? And then also when it comes to money manifestation, 2019 is supposed to be a very lucrative year. It's supposed to be a very lucrative year. Okay, so 2019 is supposed to be, you know, and so a lot of people, it's going to be an abundance of energy that's going to be present for us to, but it's all about where your mind is at. So if you've got mind, because sometimes the Eight of Swords can represent mind parasites and trying to.
I was going to ask you that because I do that a lot, and that's what I'm battling. That's what I'm dealing with right now. With why I feel like I can't manifest what I really want. It's mental. Like I don't know how to get out my head and put it into action.
You know, it really depends on what it is that you're trying to do. Okay, most people that start their businesses when you started off the ground, You want to start at the basics. I do provide, I do provide individual coaching for people. For that, it depends on what your individual plan is. But what I can tell you is that on both things, your love and your money seems to have some sort of hex attached to it. And because you did get 2 of the 5s in the deck, and so what that represents is conflict. The 5 is conflict, but conflict is important because conflict you have to have. Nobody ever just doesn't have any conflict in life. Like, it's just a part of our reality. But it doesn't have to be a part of your future. It doesn't have to be a part of your all the time. Like, it can be something that just comes up every now and then. You know, I mean, because I swear to you, I've just noticed my empathic skills have just been off the chain. The anxiety, and you know, it's just been crazy with the energy that I've been picking up. So you know, everything starts with the mind. That's what you got to remember, but then also the heart, the mind and the heart. Okay. So the 9 of Cups also represents peace and prosperity, which is where you kind of have this, it's like a trust within yourself, and it's like so I feel like that's where, like, there's an insecurity you're having. It's the curse of insecurity, and I've noticed that. So I feel like that's where that's where you tend to run into your issue with
my finances and my love.
It's with both issues, because they both go hand in hand. So what you should
are you hitting it on the nose?
What you should do is you need to get a full reading into where, because
I know.
Yeah. And see, my whole thing about it is that, how old are you? Because I know that, I know that for me, I'm still learning and I'm still evolving, but it's all about the sharing of energy and information. Information is very valuable. It is. See, guess
29.
what is cognition? Cognition is understanding. That's what cognition means. When you look at it, the word cognition, cognition means the mental action or process of acquiring knowledge and understanding through thought, experience, and the senses. So cognition is understanding, comprehension, perception, awareness, learning. Okay. So it's just like saying, when you decode something, when you say, oh, I'm decoding something. Okay. Or also your intuition. Your cognition is your intuition. Okay.
Okay, your cognition shit, what? Your intuition?
Your cognition is your intuition. It's intuition.
Your cognition?
It's So
they go hand in hand. Okay.
They do. And so cognition, as far as like with a lot of people, when it comes to that, is why I brought that up, is because your mind is everything. Okay. And so this is why there's a specific learning plan that Shiva, Archangel Raphael, and that I have, that I feel that people should do. And it does involve making sure that you expunge any negative thoughts from your brain. Taking that data, sorting through it, and getting rid of anything that holds you back, anything that causes conflict between what you want and what is your reality, because everybody isn't living in the reality that they want.
Yep.
But it is a very simple, it's very easy to live in the reality that you want. Anytime that you want, you can escape to that reality, within your mind. And it's a feeling and it's a thought, and so your thoughts, in my opinion, everybody, is doing that. So yeah. Anyway,
okay,
I'm gonna take my next caller. I only got 18 minutes left, and somebody's been holding for 42 minutes, so I'm gonna let them get some time with me.
Okay, thank you so much.
You are welcome.
I definitely will be contacting you.
I look forward to it. Thank you. I'm planning a meetup too. I'm gonna plan a physical meetup, and I want to do that over here in the Atlanta.
I'm in Georgia, so please.
Yeah,
do,
I saw that. Yeah, absolutely. I've been getting so many people in Georgia. So if
that's
just
good,
it would be
you're connecting.
It is, because I've had so many people that have been like, "Are you taking local clients?" Because a lot of people want to see you in person and stuff, and they want the actual experience of going in and seeing a witch, because that's what they used to. So I do plan on doing that eventually. Yeah. So anyway, thank you so much. I look forward to it. Peace and love and blessings to you.
You too, love and light.
Thank you. You too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Caller, you're live.
Hey, boo.
Hey, how's it going? We got about 16 minutes left on Blog Talk. And so okay, cool. So tell me what's going on.
Nothing much. I mean, I'm single now. I'm not really talking to anybody because everybody's playing games. But I just wanted to see what will come up.
Okay, for love in the future.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, all right. And tell me a little bit about yourself. What's your zodiac sign?
I'm Taurus.
Okay, so you're a Taurus, and
this is Alyssa, Jamila.
What'd you say?
I said this is Alyssa, Jamila.
Oh, you so silly. Okay, how you doing this evening, sweetie?
I'm doing good.
That's good. Okay, well, let's see if I can see love coming up for you. Spirit guides, ancestors, messengers, guardian angels. What messages do you have for Alyssa? She wants to know, is there love coming up for her in the future? All right. So I can see that you have trust issues. Yeah, it is, and what it is that this is something that is affecting you on a subconscious level. Hold on a minute.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So yeah, like I said, it's something that is affecting you on a subconscious level, and those are somewhat like the worst. Okay. I'm wondering if you're going to reunite with somebody in the future from the past, because
Everybody.
the Emperor comes up reversed and then the Fool card.
So that means don't do it, right? Or no?
Not necessarily. I can just see a possible reunion with someone from the past. Okay. Maybe a fire sign. Could be a fire sign. It could be, yeah.
It is just one fire sign. I was trying to like trust him a little bit, but he kind of said he couldn't come down here this weekend. So I'm kind of like, you must be busy with somebody else or something, because I ain't got time. Oh well.
Yeah. Let me see when this is coming up, because this is what I will tell you is that with the Emperor coming up in the reverse position, I feel like there is something that's possibly blocking the situation. Like, you know, women should be able to, women shouldn't be so constrained. The way that we're restrained, the way that we are, that's not normal.
Yes.
You know, we shouldn't be oppressed the way that we are. So I can sense that there seems to be something energetically that I can sense that is affecting your love life, because this Emperor is in the reverse position. And you know, I can see it as being a lover that's coming in. Like that could mean like maybe it just came up in the inverted position. So there could be a fire sign that's coming in. But the problem is that at the same time, I can sense your defenses being up and you pushing that person away. I can sense that. You know, I can sense spirit guides that are doing it, because right now what comes up at current is the Seven of Swords, and what you got in the past is the Eight of Wands. So I feel like your relationships have went really quick and ended very quickly. I feel like that's been your experience. Very, you know.
Yeah, it's like every time I would get somebody, they would always leave me for somebody else. I'm like, yeah.
But see, also another problem is whatever it is that's going on with your father. Your father is affecting you, like the masculine aspect of you, which is your father, because your parents represent. Your father is the masculine aspect and your mother is the feminine. Everybody is like that, right? And so there's some sort of issue or problem with the masculine aspect of your love life. Okay, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah. I'm just about ready to go back to not caring no more, like, about relationships. Relationships ain't never been important or a priority to me. So I've always been single. I've always been alone. I'm used to being alone. So it's like, I don't need a relationship. I can be alone. I don't need nobody.
Yeah. Well, you know what? You don't have to be alone. So I think that the reason why you're feeling that way is because something to do with your father.
Yeah, he ain't shit.
Yeah. So that kind of left something behind with you, you know, that you need to make peace with.
Yeah, that's why people love to keep men in the home that ain't shit, and I try to tell women that you don't want him to be with somebody else or something, but in the long run, it's gonna affect your kids in a badass way. And the relationship he had with my mama affected me horribly. Like I begged her one time to leave him, and she would not do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what I can tell you is that you need to make peace with all of that. And there, you know, there's possibly a, you know, I think I've actually did a reading on you before and told you that you're being affected by a generational hex because of your parents and their relationship together. Because like with my parents, my father was hexed, and then so was my mother. And so my father was on drugs, and then the mother was, you know, but my father was a lot more worse off than my mother, in my opinion, because of the type of drug that my father was doing, which was crack cocaine. I didn't know that I wasn't aware of whatever my mother was doing. You know, my mother I just always saw her drink. So, you know, when your parents, their chaos go into you. So when my mother was pregnant with me, my mother was very ashamed. That's why I've always made sure that I've always been very proud of my pregnancies. Because when my mother was pregnant with me, my mother was very ashamed. And it's because she was 18 years old. That was back in the 70s. And so my mother hid her pregnancy and, you know, did all kind of stuff, all kind of weird stuff. You know, she almost aborted me, but, you know, I'm here. So she didn't, obviously. And so it just, you know, we always pick up on our mother's womb, which is also Yemaya. And Yemaya is, she'll dig up them emotions in you, you know. So, you know, I feel like most women are connected with Yemaya in some kind of way because she represents the womb. She's the the waters within the womb. So, you know, and the fact that, you know, what separates us from animals and other species is that, you know, we recognize the sanctity of human life. So there's nothing wrong with that. There's a lot of people that they think that it's, you know, that's just like with me. Like I've been really trying to be patient. I've been trying to be more understanding. I have been, you know, but when it comes to negativity and negative people, I have a really hard time being understanding to people. But there's a lot of people that the reason why they're being negative is because they don't know how to just say, hey, I need help. And that's why they're being negative, you know. So Shiva, let me tell you something. There have been times when I have just felt the weight of the world, and I've called to Shiva and I've said, Shiva, you know, heal me, heal my heart, and just instantly. So, you know, there is power behind it's energy. You know, Shiva is energy. So Shiva actually represents the throat chakra, which is trust and, you know, elevating yourself to that higher aspect of yourself. And so few years ago, a lot of people were, you know, vibrating on that higher frequency, but you know, for some reason, there's so you know, it depends on the individual. But what I can sense for your love life in the future is that you attract these controlling men too. That's another thing. So we only have like 3 minutes left. You attract them though, don't you? They're controlling as hell.
Very, like, them motherfuckers be acting like the damn Satan. Like, you gonna do what the fuck I say. But that's how I act. So it's like, I guess maybe they're like, she thinks she is almighty power over this shit. Well, no, I'm about to show her ass.
Yeah, but as long as ain't nobody trying to do no harm to nobody,
Mm-hmm.
you know what I'm saying? Like as long as there's no real danger,
Mm-hmm.
you know, as long as there's no real danger, you know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like for it to be real danger of some, you know what I'm saying, of something bad happening. Like I'm a Cancer. I have to have security. I crave it, you know. But we're gonna run out of time in like 2 minutes, so I'm gonna wrap this up on Blog Talk.
Okay.
And you can continue listening because I'm gonna finish this. I'm gonna finish this on YouTube. But it was really nice talking to you. Where are you at? Are you in? Or where are you at? Do you mind saying where you're at, sharing where you're at?
Lawrenceburg, North Carolina.
Oh, North Carolina. So you in the South. Well, I sure do appreciate your spirit. You have such a beautiful energy. Like, guys, we've had so many people that have just been so beautiful energetically. Thank you so much. I appreciate you calling in. And so as far as like with, if you feel as though, okay, I feel like you might be a healer. And so, but there's certain things that you need to learn about using your spiritual gifts. So I've tried them and tested them, and I figured out ways of surviving, because there was a couple of times that I do believe that I almost died. I've had a couple of near-death experiences though. So, you know, I don't think near-death experiences are near-death experiences. I think that those are actual deaths, in my opinion. So I have sort of a weird, romantic, but yet soothing and comforting opinion of death and the universe and the soul, you know, and as far as how it travels. Yeah. So, but Blog Talk is going to hang up on you, but you can continue to listen to me on YouTube, because I'm going to close this out and talk to you guys about myself as a healer and stuff like that. So, but it was nice talking to you, sweetie. I hope that you call back in. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a wonderful evening. Enjoy your evening all. She was so sweet. I don't know why she sounded like she just had one of them really sweet southern accents. So hold on a minute, guys. I will be right back. Okay. I will be right back. I need to come right back. Okay, I gotta call my son. Be right back.
Someshwara, Shiva Someshwara, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shiva. Someshwara, Shiva Someshwara, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shiva. Someshwara, Shiva Someshwara, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Shiva.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio.
Shiva Someshwara, Hare Hare Bole, Namah Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Vishveshwaraya Shiva Vishveshwaraya. 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 Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Koteshwaraya Shiva Koteshwaraya. 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 Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Har Har Bole Namah Shivaya. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya.
Okay, guys, so I wanted to wrap this up. Y'all have a wonderful Friday. I'll see y'all later. So as far as like for healings and stuff, there are a couple of things that I offer on the website, and I do like personal like ASMR healing videos for people. There is actually a healing video that you can purchase on the website. You just pretty much kind of tell me what the situation is, and then I tap into, just what's there, and I tell you just from channeling your spirit guides what it is that you need to do exactly to heal yourself. And so that particular healing thing is available on the website. And then I also do have the Serenity, Peace, and Healing Ritual. Yes, honey. Heal your mind, body, and your spirit. It makes you feel so good. And it ain't just about feeling good. It's about actual changes that are in your body. Okay? Because my spirit's like, when I do a healing on somebody, it is broken down by science. It is, because especially if you say, okay, Jamila, I want you to heal my heart chakra. So what does a healthy heart look like? Okay. And if you know how to heal, because I did a reading on myself last night that was just insane. I asked the spirits how long I was going to live in this reality. And I'm going to be here for another like 70 years. Just weird. Okay. And so the magician comes up in the Wheel of Fortune. So I think that what the magician was saying is that, you know, you have more control over your body than you think. Now, if somebody comes and blows you up, then, okay, you know, I mean, I guess you could, you know, imagine something is happening to your spirit or your energy, but, you know, you would move on to another reality if something happened to your body. So I have somewhat very, very comforting views on death. I don't believe that death is painful. I don't, you know. Maybe it's just, so yeah. Good night, Billy. Good night. Good night, you guys. I'm gonna go. What's the honey jar spell? I do honey jars for various purposes. Honey jars can be used for compelling. Honey jars can be for compelling and, you know, in a very nice way, getting somebody to do what you want them to do for you. Okay. So there's one thing, court cases, and then love. Okay. You guys can always purchase any of the rituals that you want. You do not have to get a consultation to purchase my rituals either. That's other spiritualists. To be honest with you, if you feel the need to go to my website and get a hex remover or a gen hex remover, now it is advised, because I don't do refunds at all. Okay. It says it on my site, no refunds under any circumstances. So if you don't consult with me first, it's better to consult with me first. But, you know, if you know that that's what you need, that's why it's available on the website. So anybody can go to it. It's not like my rituals are just locked off and blocked from access. Like, you can go seriously, because I've been having more people do that. And it works out fine with me, you know. I've had a lot of people do that. I trust my spirit guys. I don't like any money that comes to me. That money is good money. It's good money. Good money that comes to me. I don't do that. That ain't how my spirit guides work. So, and you know what? I changed my reality, because be careful with living in somebody else's reality. They can tell you what to look out for. Like, I can tell you what to look out for. But if I have an issue within my business and within my life, you don't have to live within that reality. You can live within your own reality. And you know, that's very healthy spiritually to feel that way. And I ask for healing, and I'm like, just give me all the healing and love and just make me okay. So guys, let me show y'all this real quick though. So check this out. My boyfriend bought me a dozen roses. Yes, he did. So Jamila's doing something right, because Aphrodite is happy. Let me show y'all Aphrodite. Right, y'all? There's Aphrodite. Aphrodite was really happy with that. So y'all need to be thankful to the lovers because the lovers is everything. My baby bought these for me. Thank you. I think I'm gonna go to my other channel and gloat. $12 roses. It's a dozen. They're beautiful. They haven't fully bloomed. I'm gonna put them in water in a minute. I got the vase ready and everything because I have like my Aphrodite. I have an Aphrodite altar, guys. And so yeah. Anyway, I think I'm gonna go live from my other channel. I'll see y'all later. So y'all know I'm special. The universe loves me. I got a dozen roses today. I love them, I swear. And you know what? I'm going to have plenty of dried roses. So I'll be able to use them for my bath products. So I actually make sure that I use everything. I don't throw anything away. So when these roses get real dark, because they'll get real deep purple color, I will use them for my bath salts, my love salts and money salts and stuff. Okay. I love you guys though. If you guys need to contact me for any reason, hex removers, cleanses, love spells, money spells, road openers. Also make sure that you guys go to the website because I am doing a new moon ritual. I'm conserving my energy for it. Go to the website. It's only $56 to buy into the ritual that I'm doing for. This is going to be a really big ritual, so that's why the wage is higher. Okay, so we're going to be doing road opener, healing, banishing, releasing. I already feel released. I feel totally free and released. I feel overly light. I do. I gotta go, y'all. I'm gonna go live from my other channel real quick. And I'm gonna gloat a little bit about the fact that I got 12 red roses on Friday. Okay. I am a lucky woman. I am. Okay. I'll see y'all later. Love and light.